We're live, sir. So, happy Monday, you guys. Happy Monday. I'm so excited today. I'm always excited when I come on here, but today is a little different because I have a visitor that probably most of y'all didn't expect to ever be on. Let me push this down a little bit. No, you don't move. Wait. Yeah. There you go. That none of you probably expected to be on here with me, like, ever, right? I have asked him to come on with me before, and he was like, right? But it wasn't about this topic. It was more so about talking a little bit more of why we got divorced, and that could be a little sticky. So we decided no on that. Although we have talked about it, and we're good. We're good. I promise you. You'll probably be able to tell with this live. So to those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Tamara Johnson. I am the founder of Make It Rise. We build intentionally and strategically for effectiveness.
She nervous.
I am not nervous. But anyway, that's who I am, you guys. I'm the founder of this show. Let's be clear. The movement, Life After Divorce. I started the movement because I know that it's very important that we share or we do the things that it's going to take in order for us to begin to heal. The process can be a little strenuous. It can be hard. It can be challenging, but it's very important that we do that, especially for those of us that want to remarry. It's important that you know that before you can be a happy, healthy, and healed wife or husband, you must be that first as an individual. And so that is what this process is all about: removing layers of pain, disappointment, feeling like you're a failure, and then replacing them with the things that God said you really are, regardless to what your status is. What are you smiling for, sir?
Oh, I just read what Imari wrote.
Oh, so again, I want to say thank you all for joining us today. I have my co-host, my ex-husband, my friend, my buddy, my homeboy, you guys, Joe Johnson. He is here. I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Hi, my name is Joe Johnson. Yeah, I'm Tam's ex-husband. I don't know.
We friends too.
Yeah, we friends.
Well, that's what this show is all about.
Okay.
You do know that, right?
Yeah.
But tell me, what do you do? I want you to talk about your fitness stuff. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can do that, huh?
So right now I'm in personal security. I'm a armed guard at a private elementary school. My personal business is Not Your Average Joe Fitness, where for me, it's more about you getting healthy rather than me earning a lot of money doing it. So I charge $15 an hour for workout sessions. And those vary. It just depends on my time off work and the time that you're available. So if you're trying to get your fitness goals in place, then holla at me. Not Your Average Joe Fitness on Instagram.
Right. And are you on Facebook as well or no?
Just
Instagram?
Just Instagram.
Okay. So what I can do is vouch for that. I don't know for how many years he has really been into fitness. Even when we were together, how many years you been doing working out?
Since 18.
Anyway, he really was going hard because you joined. You did fitness.
I did a show.
I did a show.
I did a.
But I think that's when you really picked up in it. No.
I've been working out since 18.
Anyway, maybe that's when I noticed it. Let's be clear. So I can vouch for him. So that's one of the things that I want to talk about as well. After the divorce and being able to get to a place where you're supporting each other's businesses and ventures and all of those things. I support him. He support me as well. But let me back up a little bit. We have 3 daughters together. We have 3 daughters. I'm saying together, but biological, we have 1 daughter together. Our baby Imari is ours together, but his oldest and my oldest, we consider them to be ours. So when people say how many kids you have, I say 3, right? And he does the same. And so we don't treat them any different. I think the vision of this is, or mission behind this is to make sure that you all know how important it is for you as a divorced woman, divorced man, a divorced couple to continue a relationship that is conducive and healthy, not only for the 2 of you, but for the child or the children, right? They need to see and have a good example of what it looks like to work through things, that through struggles, through hard times, right? Regardless to, we got a divorce, it doesn't mean that we aren't no longer parents. So I'm no longer his wife and he's no longer my husband, but we're still family, right? And I think that's why it's so important that you continue a friendship, or you rebuild the friendship, or restructure it. I think that's what we did. We changed our friends. We've always been friends, and I think that's why we're good now, regardless of what we went through in our marriage and the reason why we are divorced. I think because we had a friendship, or we redesigned our friendship, we are able to be here. What you think?
Redesigned it. I don't know if that's the word. I would just say after you got over the hurt, you were able to be my friend again. I always stayed your friend. So that's coming from my point of view.
That's your point of view.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we all have POVs.
Okay. So yeah, that's how I saw it again. When I left, so when I decided to leave, we had to sit down with our girls, and I told them that no matter what, we would still remain friends, and we would always be there for them. So, right. And that's what we're doing. So, I want nothing but the best for her, and whatever she does, and the same for her, for me.
Right.
So,
and he did, and we did. We sat down with the girls. We did talk about what was going on, and you know what? I'm gonna keep it real. I was upset, and so no, I could not be his friend in that moment, or I couldn't express friendship or friendliness in that season because of the pain. But what my goal is here today is to say, after all of the pain is gone, you still can remain friends. You still can build. You can tap into the things that kept y'all solid, right? And so that's what we did. And our girls were able to see that their parents were mature enough to continue to be friends, to continue to support them, right? So there's nothing that they didn't miss anything in this. I would say.
Right, that's true.
That there was no drop of anything. Like, he didn't stop being dad. I didn't stop being mom. They didn't go without. That continued. And so I want to say that it's very important, if you're going through a divorce or you are divorced, I want you to keep the kids first, right? I want you to think about their well-being and their welfare, right? When you're making these decisions, because oftentimes when we are hurt, we make decisions according to the pain versus making decisions according to what's best, like at the end, right? So I was making decisions mentally for the right now, for in the meantime, like, don't talk to me, and, rolling my eyes, all of those things, the energy, wishing that my kids were upset with him, but they weren't. They were still loving dad, and they were loving mom. It was like, that's y'all thing. We don't have anything to do with it. And there was an immature season for me where I was like, no, be mad at him, but they weren't. And I'm actually grateful that they chose to do it a completely different way. And I know that they gained that, or they got that from just who we were, when we were together, when we were rocking, right? What about our family members? Do you think any of them took sides with us? Do you think they continue to be our friends and family, or how important do you think that is? Why are you
laughing? Well, yeah, I mean, of course, family always takes sides. You have some that do and some that don't.
My mama.
Oh yeah, your mama still loves me, so that ain't gonna never change. But I think after you wrote the book, that first book, a lot of my family members was like, "Oh, you gonna let her write that book and like not say nothing?" And so I said, "Hey." She asked me, would I mind, and I don't. So, right. I mean, right. To me, if you know me, then you know how I am. So, right. Am I perfect? Not at all.
None of us are.
Yeah. None of us are. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I don't live my life by how other people feel about whoever I'm with, who I'm not with. So, right.
And you know what? Okay, now that we're talking about that, not that we're talking about who anybody is with, but I want to share also how important it is to support that as well. Like, so I think it's important for, who you're with, who I'm with, that the children see that we're okay with that, right? Versus, oh, he's not your dad or she's not your mom, so she can't tell you this and she can't tell you that. I think we've both been really mature in that. I don't think we've had an issue with either of our persons, in the moment. And I think that's another thing that you have to be mindful of, not trying or attempting to make the current person the new parent. What are you laughing at? Why do you keep doing this?
Because you wasn't always like that, though.
Wait, when?
Yeah.
Well, who was it? Well, don't say who it was.
Yeah, a couple of first people that you found out I was talking to, you wasn't necessarily cool with.
In the beginning?
Yeah.
Did I know them?
I don't. For some reason, you knew a name.
Oh. Well, maybe this is working through the process of getting to a point where we're at right now.
Yeah,
right.
We cool right now. But
we wasn't cool then.
I was cool.
You keep saying that
because I was.
Okay.
You was going to church.
What does that mean?
With your person.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You told me like, oh, I'm gonna bring my person to church. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, cool.
Right.
Hey, but have a seat, brother.
But see, and here's the thing. Even in that, I think we've always had respect for each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even in like, I can't stand him. I literally probably said I hated him, but I never hated you. But I did not. Okay. Just out of the anger, I probably used that word. But even in that, I think we've always remained respectful of each other. Just, I'm giving you a heads up. This is what's going on, right? Mm-hmm. And still to today, especially today, I think. Today, so here's the thing. I can talk to this guy about anything. He probably know everything about like dating and all of that stuff. He knows, and he's given me some really good and sound advice, which I want to tell you that I appreciate, because you could just be like, oh, well, do your thing. He's given me some advice. He shared something the other day that I just, it was just like, wow. I told him, say this, that, and the other about something. And what he said was, you are an eagle. Let them be chickens. And that was major to me because of who he is to me. I mean, he's my friend, but I'm thinking my ex-husband is sharing something so powerful, which was true. But again, I was in my feelings, emotional, and it made a big difference in how I moved the decisions that I made after that. So we are here. Hey there. Not a problem. So we are here just to make sure that it is seen. Like, we're trying to show you what it looks like in action to be able to be friends after divorce. But it doesn't start that way. So it's a process and it's a journey, but it can happen when the two are mature enough. I prayed night after night after night. I fasted, I prayed, I cried, I did all of those things because I wanted us to continue to be in the marriage. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wanted us to be married. I wanted that to continue. But when I realized that just wasn't going to happen, I still wanted to make sure that we were able to continue a friendship or a relationship that was conducive for our children. But then also that we can get past all of the stuff that happened and we are just cool. And so we arrived there. Like, we can go to dinner, we can go to lunch, and, he can bring his person. I don't think you've ever brought your person, but I can bring my person and, it's all good. We can go to support our daughter and it's all good. Like, we have conversation, we talk about things. I've shared some things. When I think he's wrong about something, I tell him, he'll get mad at me today. And then tomorrow I'm calling him like, Joe, what you think about this, right? This happens like all the time. Like, we can argue, or not even argue, because we don't have a reason to argue, to be honest with you, but we have our disagreements and we hang up, not feeling each other. And then the next day it's almost like he my brother. And that's honestly, I know it's weird, but I honestly kind of look at him as my big bro. And that right there is major to me. Like, I got mad respect for this guy, mad respect. And I got his back. And he got mine. And no matter who comes in my life, I need them to understand that, hey, this is the father of my children, and we're just cool. Yeah?
Yep.
So we didn't want to be on here long. If you know Joe, you know he is not a man of many words, but but I'm just grateful that he was willing to come on and chop it up with me and share that it's okay to be friends after divorce. Like it's not. It's. I mean, it's work. It's definitely work. Was it hard work for you? I know you keep saying you were my friend after that, but come on, I'm not gonna say you weren't my friend, but
no, I seriously, honestly, it wasn't that hard for me. Again, I always wanted the best for you. I always wanted us to be friends and be cordial with each other and continue to take care of the girls the way we needed to. So I've never. You already know I'm not a mean spirited person, so I don't never wish bad on anybody. So
right.
even if we break up, I figure you just move on and continue with your life.
Right.
So yeah, I never had a problem. Even again, like when you had a new guy, that never was a problem for me. Jealousy was never like a problem or anything like that. So I mean, long as they treated you good, treated my girls good, then I was good. So
right.
Yeah, me and you, we have our little spats or whatever. When you don't like to listen, or I feel like not helping enough. But other than that, it's good. Again, I wish you nothing but the best. I like what you're doing, your growth. I know you're in your lane, and so yeah, I wish you nothing but the best.
So much so, you guys. I remember I had to speak at the convention center one time, and I was like, we had taken our daughter to do an audition at this college, and so we were sitting outside and we were talking. He was like, "So what you got going on? What's coming up for you?" So I was telling him that I had to speak at the convention center, but that they also gave me a vendor's booth. I said I got to order these books, and it's going to be this dollar amount or whatever. I was like, "What you got on?" And he was like, "How much are they?" And I told him. And he was like, "I'll buy 50 for you." Right. And that in itself. And now, mind you, this is books about divorce. Like, it's not about him, but, it's a result. It's a result of him. Right. So that was big to me. That shows support. And the same with him. Like, I tell people about his workout, his fitness class and all those things. And I support him with everything that he does. I know that's his love, right? Like a matter of fact, he cheated on me with the gym. So when we was together, he was at the gym every single day. It was consistent. But still do it right now. This is like his life. It is actually a way of life for him. It's not just something that he does. Like he said, he charging $15 an hour. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't know that much. That you 15, boy. But I know what it feels like to do something from your heart and your reason. But remember, your gift is going to make room for you. So you may have to at some point, maybe. I don't know. It's your choice. So I'm just letting you know.
Whenever God ready.
Whenever God is ready. Amen, brother. So again, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Let me see what this says. Then why aren't you guys? Wait, what? No. I am Henry Murphy. Oh, I know who that is. Usher. No, ma'am. We are good like this. It's my homeboy. So again, I want to say thank you all so much for joining us. Oh, wait, hold on, you guys. We got some. I didn't even see that. Why you didn't say anything? I'm gonna read a couple of these comments. So Zandra says, "We know your persistence would pay off. Thank you. Eye rolling was really on point." Who rolled their eyes? Me? I probably rolled my eyes. Hey, Tanya. The process. It is a process. The process, let me put that up there. The process takes time, and the season of it is not in any certain order. It's really not in any certain order because I want to say that when he and I first separated, I was angry, I was mad, I was going through all of these different processes, these different emotions and feelings, right? And then I want to say we tried to make it work again, and then it didn't work, and it was just like, okay, that's it. And some may think, I know a lot of folks think like once you got kids together and you married, then you always gonna have that. But no, we never actually, after that, we never messed around. We never did anything. We actually just became good friends. And right? Oh, I thought you was about to say something. I'm like, right? Did I forget something? You would think I smoke weed. But we actually just became good friends. And so nothing ever has occurred after that, but it's definitely a process. There were different triggers, of course. There were times where I would see him. We continued to go to the same church for, a very long time. So I would see him every Sunday. And those were my triggers just to see him. He would pick our daughter up for school. And that was a trigger, but it took time and it was a process. And, I don't know. We're here today. You see? Okay. That one?
No. About that. Right there.
I don't want to be friends after divorce if no children were involved. What do you think about that?
I don't like that.
You don't like what?
Her statement.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
you don't agree?
Yeah, Tanya, Denise. That sounds like you're not mature. If the only way that you can be friends with somebody is by having kids with them, like if you love that person when you were initially with them, or anytime during that period when you guys break up, why you still can't be friends? You don't have to call them every day, or what I'm saying, still do the same things you did, but. I mean, being friends can be cordial, or you just want the best for somebody, even though you're not with them.
So you're saying, and I kind of agree with, like, I can be friends with the person that I don't have kids with. They may not get the same space in my life. Right. They don't get the same seat, right. But if I see you, it's all love. We're good. Right. We can have a conversation. So I do agree with that.
Yeah. You ain't got to be best friends, but
Right. He was still your friend, Tam. You can't make him say he was because you was. She said he wasn't. I know. Yes, Tam, it was a great eye roll when he said he was your friend. That's Zan. Hey, Zan, thank you so much. So Zan is one of the co-authors of Life After Divorce. She has currently remarried, and she herself is friends with her ex-husband. As a matter of fact, she did some work with his current wife recently. And so I applaud you for that, because that's another thing that's not common. Like I feel like I'm in a space right now where I can, if you got remarried or who your person is, I'm able to, assist her, have a conversation with her with no problem. You know why? Because there's nothing here. Like if I still wanted you, then that might be a problem, but I don't. She's okay. So Tanya says, interesting. I'm not friends with any exes. However, being cordial is one thing, but friends, no.
Okay.
So that's what Tanya is saying.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your comments, you guys. Like I said, we just wanted to pop in real fast just to show you what it looks like in action. And this is at a low level, right? What it looks like in action. I mean, he don't come over and just chill with me and we hanging out. It's not like that. But when he does come by, he's welcome to come in, right? And even if I got a person and my person is there, he's still welcome to come in. And I think vice versa. Like it's no problem, because we are good. Zandra says she's friends with all of her exes in Texas. I love it. I know you are, Zan. I know that you are. Thank you for sharing that. But again, I want to say thank you guys. Instagram, thank you for joining us. Facebook, thank you for joining us. YouTube, thank you for joining us. Mr. Johnson, thank you so much again for coming on with me. Was this hard?
No.
Were you nervous?
No.
You thought I was going to say something crazy?
No.
Okay. I thought you was going to say something crazy, though.
No, I'm cool.
Okay, good. Well, you did kind of, sort of. You don't be telling my friend that don't do that. Time. Anyway, you guys, so I am grateful that you all gave us an opportunity to come on and share a little bit about where we're at right now. I'll be seeing you next Monday for Seasons of Divorce. We have Inez Johnson that will be coming on, speaking a little bit about her season of divorce, and we will go from there. Thanks again, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.